Hello everybody, my name is Fernando. I work for Oracle. And the purpose of this short talk today is to answer in public something that I've been answering in private many times regarding how I understand that microservices are better deployed on OpenStack and how Oracle feels about it. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to talk about that. So first of all, the microservices definition is very simple, right? So unlike other applications, unlike traditional Java EE applications, microservices are currently not deployed to application servers like WebLogic or Tomcat, but newer, lightweight runtimes like Spring Boot or AWS Lambda, right? When you do that, the application server functions, the thing that the application server has long provided to these applications, like messaging, are executed instead by other microservices. So that's the layman's definition of what's different about microservices. And recently, OpenStack got a messaging service, right, which I like a lot, called Zaqar, right? And Zaqar was a critical piece missing before microservices can become what I call OpenStack native application. So an application that when it communicates to other applications for whatever reason, it uses an OpenStack service instead of an application server, right? We don't have many of those services in Zaqar, in OpenStack, but we already have some. So when you install a microservice in OpenStack that uses other OpenStack services to do stuff, right? That is what you would call an OpenStack native application. There comes the question: Are there other projects that do the same thing? Yeah, if you think about it, even Swift or Sahara perform functions that would normally belong to the application server. So a Java EE application wasn't ever meant to access a file directly, for example, or to do any of the stuff that Swift does, right? It was also not meant to manage itself batch job execution or like Sahara is not exactly batch, but to do the kind of stuff that Sahara does. So yeah, these two projects they remind us of things that will normally be done by an application server. So I would put them in the same category as Zaqar for the sake of the question. And the question is, can OpenStack service platform as well as the infrastructure? So I've been getting that question a lot because there's a discussion in the community of whether the right stack, right? I'm sure there's no right stack, but anyway. But if the right stack, right, is OpenStack, then Cloud Foundry or OpenShift, and then your application, and then Spring Boot, and then your application, right? If that's the right stack, or if you can just skip Cloud Foundry and OpenShift completely and use something else there, right? I've been doing that. So I've been playing very hard with the idea of just getting Kubernetes there or some of these container orchestration tools, right? Get them to deploy infrastructure very fast, and not only infrastructure, but containerize the applications really fast that run, this is Spring Boot or whatever it is that you're using. Oracle is going to have a microservices product very soon. It's not a secret. Right? We're going to have something that compares to Spring Boot. So I've been playing with that. I've been delivering that to customers, and the results are really, really good, right? So instead of having Cloud Foundry, yet another layer, or OpenShift, yet another layer. Yes, I've been doing that, and as a matter of fact, it resembles what Oracle is doing in its Oracle Cloud offering, right? So Oracle offers both OpenStack and something called the Oracle Cloud, right? And in the Oracle Cloud, if you take a look at it, we do a very similar thing. We have a service that deploys containers, and the application that runs in those containers are meant to use the other Oracle Cloud services directly. There's nothing like Cloud Foundry or OpenShift in that setup, right? If you need some of the other things that Cloud Foundry gives you, like lifecycle management, there's actually another service in that infrastructure that does that. So for us, it's called the Developer Cloud Service. Amazon has something similar, actually, right? So it is a very viable solution. I've been not only playing with it at home, but also delivering it at customers, and it has been working really well. And it doesn't really hurt the Oracle in any way. Even though there's not much of Oracle in that stack, I mean, it's still Java. It's still a lot of things Oracle. So we have nothing against it, right? So whether it is OpenStack with Cloud Foundry and OpenShift on top of it, plus your lightweight runtime, plus your microservices, or something based on container orchestration, I think you're fine, right? I mean, I don't. Somebody mentioned earlier this week that there's no such a thing as right stack, and I absolutely agree, right? I mean, it depends on the requirements. It depends on what the customer wants to do. I mean, I've seen customers that take Cloud Foundry and customize it to such a level that it barely looks like Cloud Foundry, right? So they remove every single standard service and replace it with their own thing, right? So they take a lot of value off that, right? So it becomes really a kind of a DevOps tool and a deployment tool. I mean, it becomes something that was never really meant to be. When you replace that kind of setup with Kubernetes and containerized applications using cloud services around them, things make a lot more sense, and you don't feel like you're having too much boxes, too many layers, too many stuff in your cloud. I mean, it really feels like you're doing, I won't say the right thing, but it feels like you're doing something that makes a lot of sense and that will serve the customer well. So that is not to say that Cloud Foundry has no value or OpenShift has no value. I'm not saying that, right? Even though, I mean, we don't have an offering like that, but it doesn't really matter. They do have value, right? But you should really evaluate whether it is that you want to deliver or something based on container orchestration tools, because I really feel that whatever combination you make has been working really well, especially Kubernetes, right? It has been working really well, and again, it for us really does resemble what we have in the Oracle Cloud, with the difference that when you use Cloud Foundry or OpenShift, you don't have as many services as you find in offer as big as the Oracle Cloud, or as big as as IBM Bluemix, which by the way is based on Cloud Foundry, or SAP HANA. I mean, you don't have that many services in the standard distros. But anyway, that's something to look at. Thank you very much.